snake?
But not a Mr. Tickles kind of snake. Because then I think we wouldn't find him. And Mr. Tickles would have a big thing in his stomach or something. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So sure, you guys, let's head out to the circus camp. So, the crowd is still subsiding, and the crowd is still leaving. It was such a successful show. So I'm going to give you guys a map. And in fact, we are going to enable line of sight. Look at that.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So this is all individual token line of sight. You guys are all, basically, I would say you guys would probably be somewhere around here. Up here by the tent still. And Splug is going to be on auto follow, basically. He's right clicking on one of you and selecting auto follow. We need to add that feature in, Doug. No, I'm just kidding. So this is a camp. This is where everyone in the circus lives. This is your community. So yes, you have some areas that you can check out. So what do you guys think?
Well, Zero's going to think about the magician. Does he know where he is right now?
Are you talking about Mordain?
Mordain, yeah.
Yeah. So Mordain, let's see. You guys, let's see. I need to get the map out here. So there's Bardolph's wagon, which is right here. I'm going to put a pointer here. This is, oops, that's the wrong map, actually. I think I should probably open up the correct map. So this is the wagon of Bardolph. Here is this wagon over here. This is the wagon of Thunder right here. Then here is the Featherfall 5 Sisters wagon. Here. And, the other performers have wagons as well, so.
What about stopping by Thunder's? Maybe he's got something in there.
That's what I was thinking.
Sure.
Maybe he's got something important in there, too,
Yeah, that could be the case for sure.
Let's go check that out.
All right. So as you guys move around. What's that, Zero?
Maybe he has my medical records. I can take him back.
He might. He has all of your contracts and whatnot, that's for sure. So how do you guys like the line of sight? Everything kind of moving around and everything. It's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So you can always, if there's something that is blocked, you can kind of hover over his wagon and see how it says closed. You can always open up those terrain features. And then when you do that, it will basically show everything else like that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so the Ringmaster's wagon. Nobody really locks their wagons. I mean, in this community, there's no need to do that. So, but it's parked, right near the pond, right in front.
That's
of
why I like this circus. Nobody locks anything. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So you can find out what you can find, right? So there's a colorful banner on each side of his wagon that's basically advertising the Circus of Wayward Wonders in big, bubbly, carnival types of, capital letters. There's all kinds of images with all of you on it and some of the other actors. There's a 3-step ladder that goes up to the door. And his door is a bright red door with a golden knob. But for some reason, his door is locked.
really weird. I don't think I locked it last time.
I love it.
Hey, think you can open this? Amu. Think I can give you a hand.
Yeah. You got one of them spoons handy?
Oh, yep. I pull out my set of lock picks, and you see all of them have the normal front end, but the back end of each one is spoon-shaped.
Sure. You can Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Here's my special set, Amu.
All right. So thievery set.
I'm gonna use my cooperative nature feat to give Amu a bonus on his roll.
What kind of bonus will he get?
Depends on what I roll.
Ooh.
So in this case, I would say I'd make a thievery check, and if I get whatever DC you set for an assist, then he gets either a +1 or +2.
All right.
So on what I roll.
Give me the thievery check roll, and I'll tell you if you're successful. You are not successful.
Yeah, sorry, I can't be any help with this one. Haven't seen that one before.
That's all right. Let's see if I remember. Like, he doesn't normally lock it.
Actually, that would be a 13 because I forgot they had +3, +4 bonus.
Yeah, still. So yeah, you try taking the spoon and opening up the door, and it's to no, you're not able to. But you can see as there's curtains, there's a window on the door, on the red door, and you can see that there is something, like a torch or maybe a lantern or something like that.
Yeah, so this is the way that I sometimes get into places if it doesn't really work. So here, take the spoon. You can have that. I go over to where the window is, and I pull out my rapier, and I smash in the window with my hilt of my sword.
Sure. Yeah, you smash it, and glass goes flying everywhere, and you're able to climb in if you want to.
That's the first thing that they teach all goblin thieves is, it's called smash and grab. Smash and grab, yeah.
It's quite useful here. You need a boost up.
Yeah. Can you, squat down, and that's good. Oh, yeah, almost. Yep, that's good. All right.
Oh, you're heavy for a goblin.
Well, I eat that heavy protein sometimes. Makes me, denser. All right, so I'll scurry into the thing there. Try not to knock the torch over.
Yeah, so you're careful, but as you climb through the window and everybody else helps you in, all of a sudden you get your feet on the ground, you stand up, and you just smell this nauseous type of scent inside of the wagon. So why don't you give me a check? So let's see. In fact,
I'll check the back of my pants while you say that. I'm like, I don't think I crapped myself.
Yeah, because
today.
all of a sudden you hear a something like that, releasing a bunch of air, and as you look over, there's like a plant that is on one of the tables inside of his wagon. And
like a feed me, Seymour.
Sorta. It looks like this. It looks like some type of pod. Well, anyway, it goes and it lets out this nauseous type of gas or fume. So why don't you give me a saving throw? And let's see. The saving throw that I am going to need is...
Right, fortitude?
I would say... Ooh, wow. Give me a will saving throw.
Oh, will save. All right. Yeah. All right. Bibberty, please protect me, save me from... Oh, hello.
Nice burps. So that's actually a fail. That's a nice roll, but that's still a fail. And all of a sudden, you are just overtaken. You are just... I mean, it
smells like horribleness in here.
Yeah, so first off, I need to do a attack, which I should have done first. But yeah, that's definitely a hit.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's what I love about Pathfinder, man. Pathfinder does not mess around. So I'm going to give you 4 poison damage, and you had your failed saving throw. So, yeah, so now you're starting to choke, and you're going to get -2 on perception checks and other mental effects for a total of you actually did critical. No, you didn't critical fail because this is a DC 20. You would have had a critical fail on a 10. So
Got it.
roll me a D4, and we'll see how long you are affected. All right, I love that. So you're going to be affected for a while because you seem to be confused. And you're like, wow, as you get a big heaping helping of those pores, you seem to be a little distraught now.
Hey, Omee, this doesn't look like my wagon.
It's not.
Whose wagon is this, anyways? It smells horrible.
I'm gonna go and knock on the front door and say, "Police, open up."
Oh, hold on, I gotta hide my contraband. Where the hell is my contraband? All right, whatever.
As you're
I'll slide
looking
the
around
latch open.
confused, talking about contraband, you notice that there are 3 other pollen pods that are inside of the wagon as well.
Is there a torch still?
Yeah, it's lit. Yeah, it's dimly lit from a couple of lanterns inside. Sure.
Any open flame at all?
No open flames. No, they're like a hooded lantern.
All right, I'll pull my little jerkin over my nose and kind of
They're about
creep
2
by.
foot tall. About 2 foot tall.
2
Why
foot
don't-
tall plants.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to creep by, why don't you give me a? You can try to remove them and disable them. You can do that if you try to.
Okay.
Because you're like, I could probably, because even though you're confused, you know that you could probably still prevent these other pods from bursting. So I would say go ahead and give me a thievery check, and no other penalties because it doesn't involve perception.
All right, hold on a second. I gotta turn off these
Or nature.
plants.
Whatever's better for you. Thievery or nature.
I'll do thievery.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. So you start to see this pod type of start to open up a little bit, but you're able to suppress it, the first one that's by the door, as you're going over to open the door for everyone
I'll just do the
else.
one that's by the door. If the other one's far enough away, and then
Sure.
I'll open the door for Omee, and then I'll be like, "Whoa! Don't go in there for like 15 or 20 minutes. It's horrible."
That would be a good idea to let it kind of air out as you guys kind of back away. You can see this. It's like Cheech and Chong's, you know what I mean? Like Up in Smoke, where this smoke is kind of coming out as Emu opens the door.
Emo, you can wait till you got back to your own tent.
I know. Sorry. It's like a bad case of the funk in there.
It doesn't look like, and as you're kind of looking around, it doesn't look like anything was disturbed, Emu. Like doesn't seem like there's no sign of struggle.
Now, have we
doesn't
been
look
in
like-
his tent before?
Yeah.
Did we ever notice that
Oh,
he
yeah,
had any
yeah.
plants like this at all, or no?
No, he's definitely not had anything like that. For sure, definitely not. But it doesn't look like any kind of violence happened.
I'll
inside.
point it out to the rest of the folks there.
Okay. Yeah,
I
all
don't think
of
I've
you.
seen them plants before, but they one sprayed me right in the face.
You got this like powder all over your face.
Yeah.
And your nose and stuff like that. Yeah, but you guys know that. I mean, you guys have all been in his wagon before, so in his humble abode. But I mean, it doesn't look like anything's stolen. I mean, his bearskin hat, with the golden leaf on it that he has is still there. He's still got, that there was a famous animal handler back from the days in the old Circus, the Celestial Menagerie, from the animal trainer called the Great Fortunato. And when the Great Fortunato retired and rode off into the sunset, he gave, Thunder his cloak. So doesn't look like nothing was stolen. There's no open cabinets or drawers or anything like that.
Now let's take a look around as we.
Watch out for that third plant.
Yeah, there's total of 4 of them in there.
Oh, are there?
Yeah. One of them, has, basically exploded.
Can you guys zap them from far away?
I can produce a flame and burn them.
Sure, that's a great idea. I mean, if you want to go in there.
There's a wagon there. I mean,
Yeah,
there's wagon for the transportation, at least.
Yeah. Just don't burn up the whole tent, though.
Can you hold your nose and bring them out?
Sure. I mean, I would say yes. Even though Emu is definitely affected, he just seems a little distraught. Yeah, he just seems a little confused, especially when he's talking about, I don't remember this being my wagon or whatever. So, yeah, I would say sure, you guys could take precautions to cover up your, wear your N95 mask and go inside of the wagon to, take those pods out, because they basically, burst. And you can see residue and stuff kind of, as it airs out over a little bit. But you guys can do that. I'm not gonna, make you guys do any kind of rolls if you're taking precautions. So, especially seeing that you guys mentioned it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to just burn them.
Sure. Yeah, you can take them and throw them into the campfire. That's right beside.
Right next to us.
Yeah. So yeah, and as you guys are out there, a lot of the circus performers, the workers, they're all starting to congregate back here in the community. And they're breaking out pipes and fiddles and horns and playing music and stuff. So basically they're kind of having this like tribute to Thunders, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
As I'm waiting for it to kind of air out and letting them take care of it, I'm going to switch back into take out my costume. I don't want to get my costume all messed up as we keep looking around. So,
okay. Yeah, but you get the there's kind of like a whoosh as the pods kind of explode, and everybody goes whoa and kind of stands back and stuff. So I guess you guys are going inside of Thunder's wagon, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you go in. Like I said, nothing looks like it's been disturbed. None of the drawers are open. Nothing seems to be stolen. But there's some items that's in there that you guys know that he has. The great Fortunato's cape. He's got his fancy golden leaf bear skin hat. You guys find a torch that is an ever-burning torch. That's a pretty nice item. You guys have seen him use this before. And basically the torch sheds light constantly. Doesn't need any oxygen, doesn't generate any kind of heat. But he has that. And then he also has some brew as well in there. It's called Bravo's Brew. And he has that as well. It's a flask, basically.
Well, if we take any of his and get stuff and get caught with it, that might look a little suspicious. So, what do you guys think?
Maybe we can pile up his items and have a tribute to him. Everyone else is singing and dancing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Who's the kind of like the second in command typically? Is the professor, I take it?
Yeah, the professor is. Yes, that is correct.
Maybe we can ask the professor and we could call dibs. Dibs is something that we could do. Like dibs. Like I want dibs on that. Yeah, dibs.
The professor, you find the professor, and he doesn't have an issue with that, to be honest.
I mean, we all like Thunder a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is super sentimental. If he has something of value, that I would keep it with me sentimentally.
Yeah,
unless I spend it.
you know that he was fond of the cloak of Fortunata. You know that he was definitely fond of that cloak, even though it really isn't worth anything per se. But you know that he was fond of that.
It's probably for a human size. I think it would look like a dress, like a wedding dress if I try to use it. So maybe one of you guys could, represent.
Yeah, the hat, it isn't worth much. The hat may be worth maybe 7 gold or something like that. You might be able to get 5 gold for the Great Fortunata's cape. You may be able to get 5 gold for it. But I mean, I can, if you would like me to, I can put everything from that parcel into the party sheet if you guys want me to.
Maybe we can incorporate these items in acts, and to honor them.
Yeah, the ever-burning torch would be awesome. I could light some stuff on fire, but not really.
That's actually a great idea. I'm sure that would probably inspire some type of bonus as well for using, the ever-burning torch, or maybe the cloak, or maybe his hat, or I would say that would be actually a great idea. I would say yes on that. I would say that would generate some type of bonus. Yeah, that would definitely be a bonus to your performance. I would say yes. I would say hell yes on that. That's a good idea.
He doesn't have anything else in there. Nothing in his drawers, like no written notes or anything.
No, nothing. No, nothing that You do know that, and you're still confused, by the way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's nothing inconspicuous of what is going on in there, except for those 4 pollen pods. Those were definitely not there. So I mean that's definitely fishy. Right.
Yeah, he doesn't normally lock his his wagon either, so somebody must have been there.
Yeah.
Put him in there.
For sure.
Well, who's in charge of security detail? Do you know?
That's Plug.
Plug?
I'm guessing he didn't hear anything.
Yeah, a couple of people, he didn't hear you guys, so you guys have to track down. Basically, Splug is making sure everyone is leaving the tent. Him and his crew are leaving the tent in an orderly fashion. But after several minutes, Splug comes back to the community area.
Is there like one way in, one way out, like a closed circus, like an exit?
Oh no, there's several entrances. There's probably 2 or 3 main entrances in the front of the tent where all of the the spectators come in, and then there's probably 3 or 4 smaller exits in the back to where the performers can come and go and get out to the community easily. The community meaning your wagons
circled around too, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Do we want to go to Eliza next? I guess Eliza.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Check out her tent.
Sure. So yeah, as you guys go over to Eliza's wagon, she welcomes you in. Nothing seems to be out of place, and she asks you if she can get you something to drink, and she's got all of her snake baskets and cages outside, and she's counting them, and she says, yes, they're all accounted for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which one is her wagon again?
Whatever wagon you want.
Okay. Any other? All right.
Yep. Any wagon that you want.
All right. So, it looked like somebody had been in the wagon for Thunder. So, did you see anything unusual in your wagon, like anybody lock your door or anything?
You're speaking to Eliza, right? Yeah, but
yeah.
She says, no, my door was unlocked still, and all of my vipers and all of my other venomous snakes were all accounted for. Mr. Tickles is there. Oh, I love Mr. Tickles.
He kind of freaks me out because he looks like he might eat me.
He could probably swallow you whole, Emu.
Yeah, it makes 2
but
of me.
You shouldn't have a problem. You shouldn't have a problem. He doesn't attack. I keep him well fed.
Zero, maybe you and Mr. Tickles could team up on the disappearing person trick.
Ooh, I'm going to write that down.
Ooh, disappearing trick. Mm. And yeah, you guys can always change up your tricks and stuff like that too. So, but yeah, you guys start checking out all of the other wagons, and over time, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
Do we see any? Were there any like footprints or anything in the ground outside of Thunder's tent or his wagon? Now that we tripped all over it.
Yeah, why don't you give me a perception check? You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Not by looking now.
It looks like a goblin and like a couple humans have been here recently.
Yeah. Looks like 3 humans and a goblin. And wow, there's now some half-orc prints because Splug is now with you guys.
Oh yeah, that would probably make sense.
I'm looking for footprints or tracks or anything.
You can give me a perception check and give me a -2 to the roll because there's been some activity, and plus Emu has been searching as well.
Stepping all over it.
Okay.
All right. So what is your roll?
I just throw a 20-sider in there.
All right.
So that would be 15.
All right. So that is going to be a failure as well. So we will go ahead and end the game here for tonight, and we'll pick up next week at 2 p.m. on Saturday, kind of investigating through the circus camp or community. So we'll carry on next week. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Thanks for playing.
Thanks.
Appreciate it, guys. Had a great time. Good to be playing Pathfinder, and we'll you guys got to find out who killed Thunder. So, all right, everybody. I'll see you guys next Saturday.
Bye-bye.
Right,
Thanks.
everybody.
See you guys.
Good game.
Bye, everybody.